Chazal teach us, it's a Gemara in Sanhedrin. The Gemara says, Ma Shol Talmidav Rabbi Lezer, Ma Yasa Adam V'Yinatzal Chevlei Shel Moshiach, Yasuk B'Torah Gemilas Chasad. Person B'Shi Osik in Torah Gemilas Chasad. And we've spoken about this many times, the deeper meaning of the statements. I'd like to try to get a little deeper this morning. First question is, what does it mean, Yasuk? Yasuk B'Torah Gemilas Chasad. What's Yasuk? I understand it can be Osik in Torah. We break a bracha every morning. Lasuk B'Divrei Torah. What does it mean, Yasuk B'Torah Gemilas Chasadim? How is a person Yasuk B'Gemilas Chasadim? Question number one. Question number two. Why these two things? Why doesn't it say Yasuk B'Tfilah, Yasuk B'Sitzis, Yasuk B'Shabbos? Why Torah Gemilas Chasadim? And number three, what's the order here? Could have said Yasuk B'Gemilas Chasadim and Torah. What's Yasuk B'Torah Gemilas Chasadim? And I believe the answer is like this, that a person could do chesed from morning till night. In fact, the Medrash says, Parshas Vayera, Sivan Daled, and Tatchuma, right? Kol orgos Hashem chesed ve'emes, haTorah tchilaso chesed, sofo chesed v'emsioso chesed. The whole Torah is chesed. The whole Torah is about chesed. The purpose of giving the Torah was that we should come to do the perfect Ma'aseh chesed. But how does a person get to the perfect Ma'aseh chesed? This is what Chazal are coming to reveal to us. That the way to come to true chesed is to be oisik, yasuk, b'Torah Gemilas Chasadim. A person from his askus b'Torah, which means getting very, very deep into the deepest aspects, the deepest nuances of Torah, can really come to the deepest manifestations and actualization of Gemilas Chasadim. And this is the concept of Yasuk b'Torah and Gemilas Chasadim. And I saw Rav Chaim Kanievsky has a sefer, it's called Derech Sicha. And he asked the question, he says, a person who's learning Torah, does he have to go out and look for chesed? Says Rav Chaim, no. His askus b'Torah is chesed. He's bringing a great shefa, a great flow of divine mercy down into this world. And this is a very, very great chesed. In fact, what Moshe Sternbach says, when he was in yeshiva in England, Rav Schneider, the Rosh Yeshiva, who was, I believe, very close to the Chofetz Chaim. So he made every single bacher give time for the other bachrim. And Rav Sternbach's job was to be a shalom eshiv for the other bachrim, because he said there has to be chesed. The purpose is chesed. The goal of Torah is to come to chesed. And a person who really learns Torah properly, he's askus b'Torah, he's osik b'divrei Torah. Chofetz Chaim points out, what does it mean to be osik b'divrei Torah? In business, in Hebrew, a business is called an asik. An asik. So la'asik b'divrei Torah. An asik, the asik is, if a person makes Torah into his asik, into his business, then he'll really see success. So this is something we'll have to think about during these days when we are being pushed, as it were, towards Moshiach, Chevlei Moshiach. We're experiencing Chevlei Moshiach. But the point is very, very important that unless we're osik in Torah, unless we come to that recognition, what's a true Ma'aseh chesed? What should we be doing with our time? How should we be doing chesed? As I always like to tell the story of my Rebbe, Rosh Shlomo Zalman Auerbach. Every Friday morning, he went into the grocery store to buy some grape juice. And until he got there and he got back and he paid for it and he got home, so 20, 30 minutes. And one of his talmidim said, I can do that for you, Rebbe. Don't waste your time with that. He said, no, you don't understand. The owner of that grocery store is a widow. She looks forward the whole week for me coming. I'm not going to deprive her of that. This is la'asuk b'divrei Torah. Someone uses great chokhmas Torah, the great wisdom that he has in Torah, in order to do the ultimate Ma'aseh chesed. I'd like to finish here with a beautiful idea that I saw from one of the great Rosh Yeshivas of our time, Rav Shmuel Rozovsky. And again, this is a good proof of the need to get into the very depths of Torah in order to understand really what chesed is. And he says that true, we'll experience Chevlei Moshiach, and he's speaking specifically about the Holocaust. I believe it's from the Panovich Rav. He says that a guy bid me Panovich. He brings a mushal to the concept. Chazal tell us, Rashi and Tillim and Beis, Pasuk Beis brings it, that an aisle, when a ram, I don't know how you call a female ram, is about to give birth, so her rechem is very star. It's very difficult for the baby to come out since her uterus is so narrow. And so what does he do? He brings a snake. Hashem brings a snake to bite her uterus, or bite her, and that opens up the uterus, and then the baby can come out. And this, says the Panovich Rav, this is how we can understand the Holocaust. The Holocaust was that snake. It was the snake that bit the rechem in order for it to come out. But in order for us to merit the gula, which is the byproduct of the Chevlei Moshiach, right? After every, just like Chevlei Moshiach, Chevlei Leda, after every birth, there's a baby, right? And there'll be a baby afterwards. But a person has to be zoichet, the Chevlei Moshiach, to come to the Leda. So it says, for Shmuel Rozovsky, right, is that we have to use that bite. He says, Banu ta davar tali. It's contingent on us to use that neira, the awesome and frightening, devastating experience of the Holocaust and what we're going through now in Eretz Yisrael and over the world, that should bring the gula. That bite of the snake opened up the rechem. We have to make ourselves worthy. Roy Lakach, Leos Dora Gula. She osu zazua neira shalachorben, gorim lahachshro sanu, Leos Royim Lagula, Hanetzach Shalchla Yisrael. In order for the gula to come, we have to be worthy of it. We have the snake opened up the rechem. Now the passage has been laid. The road is open for it to come. But we have to bring it to our actions. And that's Yasik B'Torah Gemilas Chesed. We have to know, if we really want to do chesed, we have to really be osik in Torah. We have to learn Torah very, very deep. And we have to go to Talmud Chachamim who know very, very deep what Torah is. Right? I asked my Rosh Yeshiva this Shabbos about the project making thousands and thousands of parasites for the soldiers. He said, it's wonderful. It's an amazing thing. It's the best shmira ever for the soldiers. Right? So then I asked him, what about taking yeshiva bachrim to do this? He said, it's not proper. It's bittul Torah. Torah is an incredible thing. Torah is the greatest source we have. If there was nobody else in the world to do it, then there would be what to discuss. But he had a suggestion about how it could be done without bittul Torah. And that's a product, such an answer is a product of someone who knows Kol Torah Kulo, and is using it to analyze the situation of chesed. This is what we have to know. The Gula is going to come through chesed. Right? But it has to be a chesed that was preceded by Yasik B'Torah Gemilas Chesedim. Right? The avoda right now is chesed. We have to do as much chesed as possible with everybody. Anything we could possibly do, but it can't come on the expense of the Torah. At the same time, we have to be Yasik B'Torah Gemilas Chesedim. This is what Chazal tell us, that the Daled Minim represent the four types of Jews. The Arava who has nothing, the Lulav has Torah without Chesed, the Hadassim who have Chesed with acts of kindness, without Torah, and finally the Esrog has both. And I was rugged to say, if you look up here at the Kosel, at the plants that are right above me, there's a caper bush. The caper bush also has four different types of the slav plant. The caper bush has four different types of plants within it. Yeah. And one of them have tastes. Each one is parallel to one of the four minim. One has no taste and no fruit. One has taste and fruits both together, taste and smell. One has only smell and no taste. One has taste and no smell. And the point is to get to that level. We have both. We have both Torah and Chesed. And it's noteworthy here at the Kosel that you have all four together in one plant, because this is the one place in the world, Nevesi al Har Gachi, who basically based Filisi L'Kol Amim. You have people here of all different denominations, Hasidim, Snagdim, Litvish, Mizrahi, Dati Mi, Haredim, Sephardim, Ashkenazim, everybody, non-religious, non-Jews, everybody comes here to the Kosel together to pray. And this is really the ultimate chesed, is bringing everybody as one, is uniting all the Jewish people as one people, because that is when the base of English will be rebuilt. The more we could do that, the sooner the Gula will come. Kadosh Baruch Hu should shower each and every one of us with the Chachmas HaTorah. We should be Zoicha, we should be merit to get into the deepest depths of the wisdom of the Torah, and be Zoicha through that to come to true acts of kindness, chesed, and through that it should be the bite, the Holocaust, and all that we've suffered in the past 70, 80 years should serve as an opening. We should merit to have the acts, the Torah, and the chesed needed to bring the Gula to fruition. Amen. Came through our son.